Good morning.
Good morning, and welcome, guys, to
Not almost American, to Between Us Only.
To Between Us Only. It's been an early morning. Today, we're gonna dive a little bit deeper into, I don't know, like dating, how we keep the romance alive a little bit.
Somebody asked us when we made a post the other day on our Instagram page, one of the things they said they wanted to hear us talk about was how we keep the romance alive, and I think it was like a two-part question.
It was. Let me look at it.
They asked, like, how do we handle the long distance, I think, as well. But I think what we were going to kind of, just from that one...
the question was... Oh, no, I can't find it at all.
It's okay. That was pretty much the gist of it. They said...
Oh, here. How do you handle separation when working, and how do you keep the romance going?
Okay, and from that, we decided that we were going to kind of talk about, like, kind of dive deeper into, I mean, like, how to keep the romance alive, I guess, in, like, a long-term relationship.
Yeah.
And...
how to keep the romance alive when you're married,
yeah,
I would say.
How do we do that, Michelle?
So welcome.
Welcome to Between Us Only, Not Almost American, which is also another podcast you can follow if you speak Swedish.
Oh, thank you, baby.
If you don't speak Swedish, you won't understand.
You don't have to follow it. It's okay. But we would appreciate it.
They would appreciate it.
How do you feel? How do you feel like it's the most important part of keeping the romance alive in the relationship? Ooh.
Well, I had a dream last night. And I was married.
Oh, okay. Who's the bitch?
No, but it was like, you know how those dreams are, like when you're not really sure what the hell's going on, but like...
So I wasn't in it.
But you know what's going on. So it doesn't matter. I was like in a market or something.
Yeah.
And I was married.
With your wife?
No, I wasn't with my wife. I was by myself. I was married, though. I knew I was married. I just subconsciously knew I was married. Mm-hmm. And I'm going through the market, and I meet this girl.
Oof.
Okay? Mm. And she works at the market, and it was you, but you were speaking not English or Swedish. You were speaking a different language, but... it was like this really weird dream because like I met you and I really liked you and I was like, but I'm married. And then like you and I were talking and it was like all this stuff happened at once where I was like, I realized I was like, this is like my best friend. Like I was talking to you and I was like, this is my best friend.
I just met
and
5 minutes ago.
And then I realized I was like, wait, I'm married to my best friend. And then then it was like, oh, I'm married to you. All of this happened like simultaneously.
So you had Alzheimer's in your dream, and you forgot that you were married to me.
I don't know what it means. I have no idea what it means. It was
like you met me, and you're like, oh my god, this person is really cool. Oh wait, I'm actually married to this stranger.
It was really weird, but then it reminded me of this quote where it says, how does it go? It's like,
marry your best friend.
You have to fall in love many times with the same person. Mm-hmm. I think is how it goes. Mm-hmm. And I think that there's a lot. I'm not saying that's what my dream meant. I'm just trying to rationalize why the hell it was in my mind, and maybe I can make something out of it. But I don't know. But I think like it's inevitable that you and I are gonna change.
Of course.
Multiple times. Like we're just I feel like
we're gonna grow.
Yeah.
And we either grow with each other or without each other.
Well, I think like it ideally and growing with each other, but
yeah, of course. If you grow without each other, you're eventually just gonna grow out of the relationship because you're gonna become two different people from what you initially fell in love with.
But I think also like just...
that's why it's always so important too to have the same values and like, you know, in life.
Yeah, I'm just trying to like make this make sense into my head. I mean, okay, going back to like what I first said was like you and I are both going to change so much throughout our life. We're going to find different things that we're interested in, hopefully, you know, like, I mean, if I think that's important to like try to experience new things and
try
pick up new hobbies
yeah.
and it's, but so I think like, yes, grow with each other, but also give each other the grace to like be our own person and like and then going back to what I said is like we have to fall in love with we have to continue to keep falling in love with each other.
Yeah.
However,
I mean, I think it's really important that just because you get married or are in a long-term relationship, you need to still be dating your partner. You know?
Yeah.
Just as the first year or 6 months that you're meeting, like you need to still act the way of I'm not like I think it's important that you don't take your partner for granted and take their love for granted, because like nobody wants to be taken for granted, especially not in a relationship.
Say granted one more time.
Granted.
I mean, it's, and also like I think you and me make a really good team. I mean, we fight a lot.
Yeah.
Over stupid shit, but
yeah.
But at the end of the day, I think we've kind of talked about this a little bit. Like, I feel like you and I just have very old-fashioned values of like just sticking things out even when it's hard. You know, like
I mean, both yes and no. You know, because you don't also want to stay in a relationship. Like, say that we were only fighting all the time. Like, I wouldn't stick around for that because it feels like we both are giving up on the relationship.
Till death do us part.
But I know that we do fight.
Yeah.
But we also
we make up really good.
And like we still have that love and we show that love towards each other, so we know what we're fighting for. And I think that's very important. It's not just all or nothing. You know, it's not just like, oh, you need to stick through this no matter what. Yeah. Because that's not the case either.
Well, also, I think we're very fortunate in the things that we fight about. It's like very like...
Silly?
Well, it's just very like...
Silly?
Yeah, it's silly. I mean, realistically, it's silly. I mean, I see a lot of couples that have like certain trust issues and like...
Yeah.
I've been in relationships where like they don't want to leave their phone next to me and like stuff like that. It's like, which is... I
can tell you my biggest trust issue I had when you were away filming in Atlanta was I hope he doesn't do some kind of stunt and hurt himself and come back in a fucking wheelchair.
Yeah, that's a good thing to worry about.
Because like
I did almost roll my ankle when I was running down some stairs.
See, my worry is valid.
Because the boots that we were wearing were super big. So I was like, I think I just got my contacts in and then I put my teeth in and I do this thing where like once I'm like 100 where I'm in my whole outfit and I have my makeup on and I usually have to tell one of the PAs or like, his name's Albert. Albert's like, you good? I'm like, I'm 100. And then I'm like running to go find...
I'm 100.
I'm like running like a little kid towards wherever the other brothers are. Like I'm trying to look for Sia and Zach and all the boys, and I just will run like I probably look like a 10-year-old little kid because I'm just like, and I was running down some stairs and I almost snapped my ankle.
Yeah,
which wouldn't have been good.
No,
because that was like week 2.
But yeah, no, that's my biggest worry.
Yeah, that's a good thing to worry about. I'm pretty stupid when I'm on set. I feel like I'm invincible.
Well, it's more about like I'm not worried about like I have no trust issues with you, you know? Like I know for a fact, like I'm 100% sure that
you're 100?
I'm 100% sure for Grant.
For Grant.
No. No, but I know you wouldn't. Like I don't ever feel like I think that, oh, What if he falls in love with his co-star, you know?
Maybe Sia.
No, what?
I could fall in love with Sia. She's just so dreamy.
Damn. Maybe I should be worried.
No, and that's one thing that I think the reason why our foundation is so solid is like the things we fight about are stupid.
Yeah.
Like they really are really stupid.
Yeah. They're silly.
So I think I'm extremely grateful for that. I mean, we really don't fight about any big issues that like end relationships.
No.
But it's also like I just think we make a great team because there's some days where I'm feeling really low and you're feeling really like you'll take the brunt of the load for the day and like you'll take the lead. Yeah. And then some days like I'll take the lead and more often or not it's Michelle. But I mean it's like dancing, like sometimes you're leading, sometimes you're following.
Yeah.
And
I saw this I think there was like a quote or a video or something on Instagram that was saying you know, sometimes like you need to give 100% in a relationship, and sometimes that means that like you give 20% and I give 80% because I have more energy that day. But if it sometimes is you have only 20% but I only have 15%, then we're still giving 100% of what we have to give.
Yeah.
But then you just have to realize that that day is going to be harder. And I thought that was a good concept of looking at it.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's just like I meet so many people, younger people, I mean, around our age and stuff, that like they get married and they don't really realize, they don't take into account that like in 10 years the person that they married is going to be a different person.
Yeah.
And you see these relationships kind of fall apart. And like I know we're still we really haven't been married that long, but I feel like we've experienced a lot of stuff together.
Yeah.
But this goes back to like how I was saying, I just think that we have like we're very old fashioned in the sense of like how we look at things. And I know what you were saying, like, yeah, if you're in a bad situation, you shouldn't stay in it because of like that old fashioned mindset. But I'm more talking about it of like we made a commitment to each other and we're willing to like put in the work and the effort and the time to like, if there, we've always been very good at like communication.
Yeah.
You know, like you've always been able to say exactly what you're thinking, and I've always been able to say exactly what I'm thinking. Sometimes it's stupid, but you still allow me to say it. I don't know, like I've been in relationships where I have to hold things in, and then I feel like I can't share it because either it's going to cause a huge problem or it's going to be so detrimental to our relationship that will eventually crash.
Like it will damage it.
Yeah, and I've never felt like I've not been able to not tell you anything, you know?
Yeah.
And maybe that goes back to trust, but I don't know. I've been in a couple long-term relationships, you know, handful, but I've never felt the way that I felt with you in any of them. The other ones that I've been in, they feel almost like childish, even though we were adults, you know? So, if that makes sense.
Yeah. No, I agree.
How do we keep the romance alive?
How do you keep the romance alive?
I don't know. I get excited to do little things for you, you know, like,
yeah.
I don't know. I think it's just like, obviously it's important, I think, to set aside time to where you and I go out and it's just you and me, and like we get dressed up for each other and try to impress each other.
Yeah.
I think that's important, but I think just like doing little things around the house, as small as they can be, they mean a lot, I think.
Yeah. I mean, I think when you say that, I think it also comes down to like having a balanced household when it comes to chores, so it doesn't just fall on one person.
Yeah.
Which I think we do really well.
Yeah. I mean, again, I think we're a good team. And like, I mean, Michelle does most of the cooking. But there's times where I can, like, I'll try to, like, surprise you, and when you've had, like, a long day, or, like, depending on how you've been texting me, and then I'll be like, I'll try to make dinner and have everything ready for you when you get home, and the house will be clean and all that, and I'll try to be...
Very nice to come home to.
You always come home to a clean house when I'm home, though, too. So.
No, I meant, like, with the dinner and everything.
Oh, yeah.
I said it's very nice to come home to.
And I think, I don't know, I'm trying to, like, there's just little things that I'm trying to think right now.
I can see it.
I don't know where my mind is right now. I'm kind of thinking about Christmas and, like, things that I'm extremely excited for Christmas morning.
Yeah.
Just things that I know you're going to be really happy about. Yeah. But I don't want to talk too much about that because I don't want to ruin any surprises. But I think stuff like that, like, if you're not excited to surprise or
do something
for your partner, then it's maybe take a look at that and maybe figure out how and why to do that, because I think that's important. I mean, it's just,
I think it's also important to, like, figure out your partner's, like, love language, like, because, like, doing certain acts or things towards your partner means different things. Like, say that your partner just really love like, I can't think of any love languages right now.
Well,
gifts, touch, or
affirmations.
Affirmations. Like, if it's affirmations, like, or you can, like, just write little notes. Like, I remember you used to write little notes, and I used to write little notes. And I love doing that for you because I know that you will appreciate it when you wake up in the morning. Like, if I get up before you to go to work and you're still in bed, and I leave little notes everywhere in the apartment for you. Like, I love writing them because I know how much you like reading them when you get up. So I think learning what your partner not expects but really appreciate, I think it's very important too, because it could be something that's so easy to do, and it could be like not costing you a thing, but maybe like a minute or two.
Well, I love when you do that, and I know how much you love getting flowers and stuff, so I try to do that as often as I can to where it's like a surprise still, you know. Which it's been a little while since I've gotten you flowers.
Yeah, but it's okay. It's winter right now.
Yeah. It's just been since I got back from Atlanta, I just feel like we haven't been nonstop, like, doing stuff. Yeah. And I've been, like, putting a lot of things off, and
I feel like you've been only back for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, and I feel like we haven't slept really. I'm like, Michelle's father is currently staying with us right now.
Yeah.
He's staying with us with his friend Lars. They came up to see some car shows, and that was really fun. The car museum was a lot of fun. But it's just been like they
came here last Friday.
Yeah. And we've just been kind of trying to show them a good time, and our house is full.
Yeah.
But it's, I don't know, like, for instance, for that, like, I've seen a lot of, I mean, I'm talking about my parents specifically, but, like, when we had family over, like, when my dad's parents would stay with us, when I was younger, my parents fought like crazy when we had a full house, you know, like, bad, like, they would be screaming at each other. And I think when you and I are with family, I feel like that's when we're really good in that sense. Does that?
I mean, I agree with you, but I also feel like it also comes so much like fights that wouldn't be there if it wasn't a full house, because you're both like irritated. It's a tight space, you're hanging out with people all the time, you don't get that reset time of like just not doing anything basically, because you're always like on. You always have to either spend time with each other or spend time with the people living in the house. There's stuff everywhere. It's a crowded, like, small space.
Well, that's what I'm saying though. I'm saying, I feel like, I mean, we don't have any like blowout fights or anything when we have family.
But I'm just saying, like, you can sometimes feel like we're both more tense and like easily irritated. We don't make it into a big fight, but you can notice when we are. And that usually happens when we are like having people over. And it's not like we don't want to have people over. I love having my parents here. I love having, when your mom was here. But I think that just comes with like being in a small space with a lot of people.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah,
which is obvious.
Well, no, it's a frustrating. The point of it is like, we're packed into a small space with all of us living on top of each other, which creates the perfect environment for people to fight and to argue with each other. And I'm saying, I think you and I do a great job at when we're with family like that. You and I don't really fight. It's like, I mean, we'll have moments where we get upset with each other, and I'll whisper to her. I'll be like, "Do not yell at me in front of your family, please." And then like, we kind of won't talk for like 5 to 10 minutes, but then we always will like kiss and make up like in a silent manner where just like we both know,
we fight silently.
Yeah, we like won't talk to each other.
But I mean, I think that also comes down to like both you and I, when we are fighting, one thing that we both need is like space and just like alone time. So like, even like either if we're with family or if we're just by ourselves, like the best thing for us to resolve a fight is like just get some alone time, sit with your thoughts, sit with your emotions, and just like think about what's going on, and like understand that this fight is not more important than the relationship and life that you build together.
I agree with that, everything you said. You can keep going.
I can keep going. There was another comment that someone posted on the thread that said the difference of men and women
in a relationship, something like that.
Yeah.
I think it was just like, what's the difference?
Yeah, differences in men and women in relationships. How do you feel about that question?
I mean, that could probably go back to like love languages and things that, I don't know, for me, specifically, when I'm doing well and like for instance right now, like when we have money in our savings and all of our bills are paid off and we have gifts under the tree and we're able to do things for our family, like things that I was able to get my mom to be able to come out here in January, like those types of things, going out with your dad and his friends and me being able to like pay for dinner. Yeah. Those things make me feel like, I don't know how this might come off to some people being like not PC, I don't know, but that stuff makes me feel like a man, being able to provide and take care of people. And so,
I mean, I also think that comes down to like the character of who you are. You love to be the one like that people can rely on, and like you love to be the person that is always there for everyone to like help out, you know? And I think like when you're not able to do those things, that puts a lot of pressure and stress on you.
Yeah. And so when I'm able to do all that stuff that I wanted like to do, that's I feel like it makes me, I forget where I'm going with this. It makes me feel like I'm a good husband and like a good son and all that stuff. But when I'm not able to do that, and how you just said, like, it causes me to be more stressed out, and it kind of feels like it backs me into a corner, we will tend to fight, like, if you bring up being like, oh, well, I paid for this or something like that, that hurts. Like, I don't know if I would say that hurts my ego. Maybe that's what I am saying, but like, it makes me feel like that I'm not. It makes me feel like less of a man or something, if that makes sense.
I think it is. I think it has a lot to do with your ego, because I also don't want you to feel like you have to pay for everything. I know you like doing it, but I need you to like be like, it's okay. It doesn't make you less of a man if I have to cover the payment for something sometimes.
I know. I don't know. I don't know.
You know, like, we're not living in a society where you're the one working all the time and I'm the stay-at-home mom.
No, I get that. I know. But I don't know. I seeing like some of the men in my family, the ones that I like looked up to a lot, like my grandpa and stuff, like he took care of everything always. He was always like the one that paid for everything, and I just saw how he was with his family, and I always like aspired to be that. And so I think that's where that comes from. It really feels good to like going out to dinner with friends and family, and getting up and being like, oh, I'm gonna go to the bathroom, and then pay for the bill, and then everyone's like, oh, it's already paid for. Like, that makes me feel good.
I mean, that makes me feel good too when I do it.
Yeah.
I don't do it as often as you, but I do it from time to time.
See, it makes me feel, I don't know, it makes me feel like shit.
When I do it?
Yeah. Oh,
That's your ego. That's your ego.
It doesn't, not necessarily shit, but it makes me feel, I feel bad sometimes. I don't know.
That's your ego.
But I guess the original question was like, what's the difference between a man and a woman in a relationship? When I feel like the provider, I guess it makes me feel better, I guess. I don't know if this is like a healthy thought process at all, but I don't know. I'm trying to like make it make sense in my brain right now.
Maybe this was too deep of a question to just dive into unprepared.
Yeah, but also for me, like, I don't know, I like when you also this is also probably not healthy, like the affirmations, I guess this would be like a love language. I love when you give me those affirmations of like, you make me feel like I'm a man or something, you know, like, I like that. I really do like that. Yeah. And then I love when you scratch my head. I'm like a dog. I'm like a big
good boy.
I'm like a golden retriever.
Do you want to scratch behind your ear?
Yeah. Men are like dogs, and
and women are like,
if you feed us and you scratch our head and tell us that we're a good boy.
Honestly, like, that's what it takes to make you happy. I cook dinner for you. I scratch your back. I tell you you're a good boy.
Yeah, and I wag my tail. Really, honestly, that's if you broke us down. You wag your
booty.
Yeah, if you break us down to like the simplest form, it's like we're pretty.
But if men are dogs, what are women?
Women are. I don't know.
I'll let you think of that.
Cats?
No. Really? No.
I don't know.
That doesn't go well together. But I think just as much as you're saying, like, you want to take care of me, like, financially almost.
Yeah.
I want to take care of you in, like, a nurturing way.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that makes me really happy.
Makes me really
being
happy
able to, like, cook for you. Because I feel like that almost gives me somewhat of a purpose because I know how much you appreciate it. And I think that also comes back to what I was talking about last week when you were away in Atlanta filming. How I felt like I lost my purpose of cooking because the person that I cook for, who shows great appreciation for it, wasn't there to appreciate my cooking. So I was like, if I'm just cooking for myself, it doesn't really matter what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
You know? But I've also realized that I get a little bit lazy with you.
What do you mean?
Like, I don't make the bed because I know that if I do make the bed, you will gonna go and remake the bed. I still appreciate. I don't vacuum because I know even if I vacuum, you're gonna go and vacuum again because you didn't think that I vacuumed good enough. You have a little bit of OCD of cleaning.
Yeah.
But the one thing with cleaning that really bothers me with you is how you load the dishwasher. Oh my God, it's so bad. It's like, you know.
I know. I think we've already talked about this.
Yeah.
We've already said this. I know what you're gonna say. You're gonna say it's like you load it like a Scandinavian architect, and then I load it like a
raccoon.
Like Helen
like a trash
Keller,
panda.
like Helen Keller or something.
No, but it's just like, especially with like the silverware. Oh my God. Makes no sense.
It doesn't matter. It gets clean.
It doesn't though. It doesn't get clean.
Well, but listen, I'm the only one that puts the dishes in there, so it's like you'll put a couple in there, and then I have to squeeze whatever's left, and I just get it in there.
But that's the thing. When you were gone, I realized that because I sometimes feel like, oh my God, I am such a messy person. You know, if I was living by myself, it would be a mess all the time, you know? But I realized when you left, like, I'm so used to, like, yes, I've been very messy in my past and before when I was younger. But I also realized that I've got used to living in that clean environment that you provide, that when you weren't there, I was like, okay, now I have to pick up the slack to make sure that it's that standard of cleanliness, of, like, picking up and, like, putting stuff away every evening so it's nice in the morning, and like not leaving anything in the sink, and vacuuming like at least every other day, and I was like, oh, like that's a good impact that you made on me. Good.
I'm glad we're both growing.
But
yeah, no, I constantly I think about that though, like how
I don't think I really answered the question though about differences. I don't really know the differences in women and men in relationships, to be honest.
You know, I mean, but I do want you to touch base on that. But I wanted to say one thing about the cleaning thing. It's like, yes, I'm very clean, and yes, I like to pick up like after us and tidy the house. Like I love doing that. Like it's very therapeutic for me. But
yeah,
when we have guests over, like we do right now, and our house is kind of just like a bomb went off. And I have to kind of just be like, okay, like this is how it has to be for a couple days because I clean up something and then it's messy again in like 10 minutes. It stresses me out, and it's like a constant little stress in my mind that I have. Like I feel just unorganized and like chaotic.
Yeah.
But something that I kind of think about is like when we have kids, it's going to be like that, and like I want to figure out a way how I can get rid of that like stress, because I know when we have kids and our house is just completely a mess, like I don't want that to like affect me as much as it does, like for instance right now when we have a bunch of guests over, you know?
Yeah.
Because it's like I've seen those videos of being like, you know, when they talk about they're like, oh, these messes that you have from your kids, you're gonna miss when they move out of the house, you know. So it's like I want to constantly like remind myself that like one day when I'm not gonna have any of these things to clean up anymore because our kids are grown up and moved out. It's like I'm gonna miss those days. So it's like just trying to figure out a way to be present in those moments and just be happy that we have a full house, you know. And but yeah, I just don't want to be like, I don't want to, sorry mom, I love you. My mom was I got this from her. She's very clean, always cleaning up after everybody, would always be in the kitchen when we had guests over and be cleaning up after everybody, and just very stressed about cleaning.
Yeah.
And I don't necessarily want to be like that to that extent, to where it's like,
you want to be more present.
Yeah. I want to be able to live in that mess and not stress about it.
Yeah. I mean, that mess is not going anywhere, so.
Well, yeah. Well, it'll be fun.
It'll be fun.
But going back to the question, like the differences between a man and a woman in a relationship, I mean, like, so kind of my answer was, I like to feel like the provider, and I'm to the simplest form where I'm kind of like a dog. I just like to be told I'm a good boy, and I like to have food in my bowl and to get scratches behind my ears.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, yes, you like that, and I like to be nurturing and everything. But I mean, like, that's just our relationship. It's so hard to speak on the differences of men and women in relationships because we can only answer to how we are. You know?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, yeah, we
like,
can't.
There is a relationship where the man is the more emotional one and the female is more the, like, straight cut one. So it's different from relationship to relationship. Like, no relationship is the same.
No,
whether it's a romantic friendship or family. Like,
I think just speaking from your point of view, though, we can't answer anything for anyone else. Of course not. That's just.
I just wanted to say that.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like, no, I don't know. I don't know what else to say besides, like, nurturing like that.
I think, but so as nurturing as you are, you also are very,
I'm like, yes, please talk about me.
I mean, you're very like.
Please tell me.
You're very focused on your career and your work aspect. Yeah. I mean, like, when you send me photos of your designs and your dresses and like, as proud as I am of all the things that you're doing, like, I think I don't know why I'm like at a loss for words right now.
I know, it's been that kind of morning.
No, but like, I know it was really hard to get out of bed today. No, but like you're very career oriented as well, and like, so it's like you do so much stuff. You'll work all day and then you come home, and I always feel bad, but like you start cooking dinner right when you get home. Yeah. And but I've kind of learned that that's like a little bit of, that's like time for you to decompress, because you'll put on like Gilmore Girls on your phone while you're cooking.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, do you need help with anything? You'll be like, no, just stay out of the kitchen.
Yeah. It's kind of my way to, like, yeah, as you say, decompress. Yeah. And like my alone time almost.
Yeah. And but going back to that, it's like there's certain, like how you were saying, there's some women that are like, they're the head of the household, and then the like almost like the stay-at-home dad type, which I would love to be, by the way. I
mean, I feel like you're both the breadwinner and the stay-at-home dad in the same.
Listen. Oh no, hold on. Let me finish talking about you. But how you were saying that, like the woman or the mother, like the head of the household can be like the breadwinner in a sense, very career driven and career oriented. Like all of that is for you because I feel like you're constantly are like working on your stuff, doing your designs, and then still having time to be like nurturing and loving and a caretaker for me, you know, your golden retriever husband.
I have 3 dogs at home.
Yeah, but so I mean, like you don't really fit into like either bracket of just being like like a stay-at-home mom or like the career-oriented like woman, I guess, because you do both of those things very well.
But I mean, neither do you, because like you, when you're working, like when you book a job, you're the breadwinner. But when you're not like in between jobs, you're basically a stay-at-home dad taking care of the house. So I feel like that's also why we work so good in our relationship, because neither of us is one or the other. We're both touching base on both sides. And like not making one responsibility fall completely on one person.
Which I think is very interesting, like to like put that into perspective and look at that, because which is funny is like, because I grew up with my mom and my sisters mainly, like that's really what I remember mostly, is just like my mom doing a lot of everything. And so I think that's important in a relationship, of just being flexible to adapt and to take on other roles. And like going to what we said earlier, it's like some days if I'm not feeling great, you have to take more of the work on your shoulders, and then sometimes when you're not feeling great, I take more of the work on my shoulders. It's like just being able to adapt and to just make things work and be a good team. And but that's interesting that you were saying that, because I haven't really thought about that. Because that probably has to do a lot with how we were both raised. That's interesting. Interesting.
I kind of wanted to dive in. I want to do but I might just end on it. So do you have anything else you want to talk about dating and relationships?
I think it's important to always prioritize your partner. No matter how busy you get with work or whatever's happening, like you have to set time aside for them in order for the relationship to work, you know, because it's like no matter what's going on in our lives, like when I'm out of town and we don't see each other for as long as we didn't see each other for this past job, we always talked every night, or every day we spoke to each other. And just talked about our days and what's going on. And it's just, you have to set that time aside. And then when you're together and you get into your routines of whatever you're doing, we always have the night for each other, you know, like we have dinner. And the past year for sure, we were kind of being more conservative with our money, so we weren't doing like our date nights as frequently. Just quit saying it.
Frequently.
Sure. Yeah. I can't think right now. But as often as we were doing it in the past, we had to kind of, because we were doing like date night like once a week, and we had to kind of we had to save up our money and stuff. So, but we still made time for each other every day, watching a movie, eating dinner together. We set that time aside every day.
I think the most, God, I just lost my train of thought again. I was gonna say, I think the most like the routine that we really stuck to is like, we don't really make any plans on weekend evenings, unless like it would be like a rare
Like an event or something.
Yeah.
That's typically
or like something that has to be done, maybe work-wise.
Yeah.
We always make sure that like weekend evenings. No, not weekend. Weekday evenings. So Monday to Friday, we always are home. We eat dinner together. Like we cook dinner, we eat dinner together, and we spend that time together.
We have dinner with each other every night.
Yeah.
Realistically, but I mean, yeah, making like prioritizing and making time for our partner, and then just like communication is so important. Like people, if you're in a relationship and you're holding things in, it's like eventually that's going to implode. You know, like it's just being with someone that you can talk to is so important, and not just like being in love with the person and being romantic with them. It's like being with someone that's actually your friend. You know, like, because at the root of everything, like you and I love hanging out with you. Whenever I get to do like a cool job somewhere, my first thing in my mind is like, God damn it, I wish Michelle was here with me. That's always my first thought. I'm always like, God, this would be so cool to do this with her. You know, and I think just like, like not only just falling in love with the person, but just like actually being friends with them is so important.
And also nourishing that friendship, like let it evolve into like, not just stay stuck with like, oh, this is the person that I fell in love with, because that person is gonna evolve as well, so you need to evolve with them. Just making adjustments and knowing that they're changing and you're changing, and then also allow that person to make mistakes. Because nobody's perfect.
And I mean, like, people get so often people are afraid of change. And I think with the two things that we've been pursuing in our life, like, change is the only thing that is certain in our careers. And going back to like when I first was talking about like, remember when I first sorry, we have somebody possibly coming in here. Anyways, okay. But remember when I was saying, this was like a weird little like thought that I had, how I was saying when I would move to a new apartment and I would be in the shower and I would be like, this shower, like I'm not gonna be in this shower forever. Do you know?
Yeah, that was a random thought I think you said on this podcast.
I know, and I'm gonna bring it back. But like, when you're constantly moving in different apartments in your 20s, like you're only in a place for maybe a year or two, maybe 3, I don't know. But like, I moved a lot, and I'd always be I would get settled in my apartment and I would make it my space. And like, I always would have this weird thought in the morning when I'd be in the shower. I'd be like, I'm not going to be in this shower forever. And then like when I'm doing jobs, I fly somewhere for a couple days and then I have to get settled in this hotel or like this long-term living apartment type thing. And I'll just be in this shower and I'm like, okay, this is my home for a week, or like a home for 2 weeks. And so just the point of this is like, being able to adapt to change is so important in a relationship, because people so often want to get set into this like certain specific routine, and like any time anything changes, it like causes people to freak out. And they're like, oh my God, you're different, you're changing. It's like giving that person, your partner, like grace to evolve is so important, and giving yourself that grace to evolve, and just know that like the only thing that's certain in life is change. Nothing is ever going to stay the same. And just don't be afraid of it, and just embrace it, you know? So
very nice said. I love your thought process there.
Your showers are always going to change. You'll never stay in the same shower, you know?
God, I hope not.
By the way,
speaking of showers,
so being in Atlanta, the fucking shower I had was huge. The bathtub was literally, I could drown in it. There were so many nights where I fell asleep in the bath and my head would drop. That makes me stressed.
This is what I'm saying. This is my worry for you when you're away filming, that something is going to happen to you.
I have a big issue with like, I'll take a bath and just fall asleep in it. But being back home in our shower is so small. I'm literally taller. I forgot that I'm taller than our shower head. So the shower hits me in the chest and I have to like put my head underneath it. It's so small. I feel like a giant in our shower. It's crazy how small it is.
Yeah, I don't like our shower.
It's like dangerous.
It's not dangerous. But
I feel like Will Ferrell in Elf. Do you remember when he's in his little elf house and he's taking a shower and it's like literally I could see over our shower curtain. It's crazy. I didn't realize it was that small until I was gone for 2 months.
Yeah. I can't wait till like one day when we have like just like a shower that's just a shower. You know?
Not a bath too, is that what you're saying?
And then have a bathtub separate. You know?
Like Wanda and Andre.
Yeah. Oh my God. Oh.
Yeah, their bathroom
is like.
Well, they have multiple bathrooms.
They're made in my dreams. Like their bathroom is the best thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Like with a little separate toilet room and then the big ass double shower. Mm-hmm. That's enormous.
There's a book cover of us in that shower. You and I showering together.
Yes, and a magazine cover.
Oh yeah, in the magazine cover. I like how I derailed this relationship conversation to bathrooms and showers.
I mean, have you seen that video when they're like, it's like a girl like, I tell my boyfriend like all the time that he needs to start cleaning up after himself. He can't leave his toothbrush like over here on the counter.
Oh,
and then
yeah,
they
yeah.
like film over to her side of the bathroom and just makeup everywhere. And I'm just like, that's funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
So bathrooms.
Yeah. Your side's pretty good.
My side is really nice.
Yeah. Your thing is you just like to leave articles of clothing all over the house and then literally hair claws. Like you can scavenger hunt for hair claws. It's like Easter egg hunts. I'm just like, there's a hair claw, there's a hair claw. You're not. You just have to look for them in the house. They're all over. You clip them onto things.
I'm prepping for Easter.
No, it's crazy.
It's coming up in a few months.
I go through the house and I pick them all up and then I'm literally like this with hair claws in my arms and then I have to like dump them into a drawer.
I have to go through them. Most of them I can't even wear anymore because my hair is too long now for them. Like it's too heavy.
Lucy chews a lot of them up and I'll just toss them.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, you left it out on the couch, it got eaten.
Yeah.
Anything else that we can touch base on relationships?
I want to ask you if you could plan a whole day, like a date for a whole day, or like an afternoon to an evening, or a morning to an. I mean, you can decide what you want, but a date day. Your budget is unlimited, but you have to stay like in LA.
Okay.
What would you plan for me?
Budget is unlimited?
Budget is unlimited. Like, you don't have to go fucking insane and be like, I'll buy you. I don't know what insane is, to be honest. I feel like everything is kind of insane, but
I don't know. It'd be cool we get up early and
like something that you think that I would really appreciate.
Yeah, we get up early. We go and get facials and a massage and we do like a little spa early morning before we eat, so we're all like not like full and all that stuff. So do a spa early in the morning, then we get like kind of like a late brunch at like a nice cafe that you like, maybe the one that's downtown on the roof. I don't know, I'm just freeballing it right now, but a spa, I'm just kind of stuck on the spa. I want to go do a facial.
I think he just wants I mean, I appreciate a spa.
Yeah. Well, remember, where did we go for our anniversary, our engagement like thing I did for you? That spa
Glen
retreat.
Ivy.
Yeah, we went and did that whole thing that day. That was awesome.
That was amazing.
That's kind of where my mind is. I would like to do something like that again.
Yeah. I remember when we did that,
you were like,
we should go here every 3 months.
Yeah, it was a lot of money for that full day, but
you also pay for a lot of things that we didn't need to do again. Like, we don't need to have a cabana every time.
yeah, I think I just want to get another facial. That was amazing.
The facial was magical.
But okay, I don't know. There's lots of. It's hard to. After a spa day, you're like tired and you want to go to bed. I don't know, baby. I really don't know. When we went horseback riding that one time, that was really fun. Okay, so unlimited money.
Give me like a day plan.
This is the day.
We get up.
This is the day.
What
No,
happens?
hold on. Go back to sleep. Close your eyes.
I'm back asleep.
Okay, you wake up. Open your eyes. You see me standing there in a Speedo with full breakfast and coffee
Nice.
in bed with a tray. I put it in front of you.
Why are you in a Speedo?
It's the lox bagel.
Okay. Yeah.
I had a chef fly in from Aruba.
You didn't make it yourself?
No. A chef flew in from Aruba.
That sounds very...
He's a 5-star or a $5
million star.
Listen, he's a Michelin 5-star chef. Are you listening?
Yes.
Okay. He came in. He used what he was able to use in our kitchen to make this lox bagel.
Did he make the bagels from scratch too?
Everything is from scratch,
Okay.
except for he brought fresh Atlantic salmon. They were still alive in a bucket, and he killed them in our kitchen.
Terrible.
Okay, anyways.
I don't want that.
Yeah, no, he did that.
No, he did.
It's the best lox bagel you've ever had in your life. Okay.
Yeah.
You hear this music playing. It's like meditation wave music. It's very peaceful. You hear this as you wake up. Okay, and then you see me in a Speedo with the lox bagel, vanilla latte, matcha latte, and the chef wasn't happy that I was in a Speedo, but I told him it was your perfect day, so I said that's what I'm gonna wear.
Okay.
I'm all greased up.
No.
While you eat, I have to go shower off the baby oil, and then I get dressed, and then I have a stylist come in that's gonna like do your hair and pamper you after you shower. So you just get to sit there. They're giving you like massages on your face while they do your hair.
Ooh.
They give you like 5 options of like what you want to wear that day. Mm-hmm. And they pack a little day bag for you because we don't know what's going to happen. You don't know.
We don't know what's going to happen.
And then we arrive at the spa.
Yeah.
And wait, no, scratch that.
I'm scratching it.
Scratch that out of your head. We're gonna do we're going to Malibu, and we're gonna go shopping.
Ew, really?
Is there stores in Malibu?
Yeah, but I don't...
You don't want to do that?
No. We're good.
Okay, hold on. You don't want to go shopping at all?
In Malibu?
Not Malibu. Okay, Beverly Hills. I'm going to take you to the nicest purse store, and we're going to get you a new purse. I don't know. I'm just really freeballing this right now. You wouldn't want that?
I mean, I wouldn't say no to it.
Okay.
But the nicest purse store, are you talking about Rodeo Drive?
Yep. Yeah, that place.
Yep.
Okay, we're going to go there, and while we're there, they're going to like have...
You gonna Pretty Woman me?
They're gonna have like hors d'oeuvres and stuff.
You gonna Pretty Woman me?
And you don't even have to walk around. They're gonna have people come out with bags and they're like, "Do you like this one?" And they're gonna like show it to you, and you're like, "No, next."
I thought you meant that people were gonna carry me down the street on Rodeo
No,
Drive.
we're gonna be sitting. They're gonna be bringing us champagne, me water, and then and like little treats, and you're just gonna you're gonna pick out a purse or something.
I feel like I'd rather go to the spa than going shopping.
We're gonna go to the spa, but I just figured if you got styled and you had your makeup done, it would be kind of crazy to go to a spa right after that.
True.
I want to. We're gonna show you around town. Okay. So, and then maybe if there's any other stores you want to go to on Rodeo Drive, you can do whatever you want. Mm-hmm. It's unlimited, apparently.
Nice.
And then we'll go get a lunch, like maybe a late lunch at a nice place somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Nice.
we'll do that.
A nice place.
Yeah. And then we're going to take a helicopter
Okay.
around the city
Love that.
up to Malibu and back.
Yeah.
We can throw rocks at cars down
No.
below. Okay, scratch that. We're just taking the helicopter around, and then it's gonna take us to the 5-star spa, and then we're gonna kind of like
The 5-star spa.
we're gonna
The Glen Ivy.
not Glen Ivy. We'll probably go somewhere nicer,
What? I like Glen Ivy.
even nicer than Glen Ivy.
But
We're gonna get facials, massages. They're gonna put hot rocks on our backs or something, and then hit us with bushes. I don't know. And then we're gonna call back the stylist, and they're gonna do you all up again there at the spa in your own private room. You're gonna get all done up, get real fancy, and then we're gonna go to a real classy restaurant, and that's the day.
Nice. Like it. Love it.
Maybe dancing if they have dancing.
Okay. Well, yours sounds a little bit unrealistic.
You said unlimited money.
Yeah, unlimited money, but not. I feel like for you, it wouldn't be that crazy. I would probably we would get up in the morning and we would go to Verve Cafe.
Okay.
And I would get you 2 burritos. Because you always complain that one is not enough.
Cool.
And you would get a coffee, and we would sit and have breakfast there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think after that, see, I'm thinking more realistic. Like,
You said unlimited money.
yeah, unlimited money, but not unrealistic. I'm talking
could
about
probably
like
do this.
a date that we could do like in the next coming year with unlimited money.
We could probably do that. That whole day would probably be what? Probably like 10K.
On Rodeo Drive? No.
Well, how much are the purses there? Like 10K? I'm sure we could find you a nice purse for like 2,500.
Yeah.
And then the helicopter ride is what? Probably a couple
10K.
thousand. Not 10K. I don't think it's like crazy expensive.
And then the spa treatments.
The
and then
spa is
the
probably
private
5.
chef that flies in and kills a salmon in the kitchen.
Okay, listen, that one is probably unrealistic. I could probably make the lox bagel myself to shave off some expenses.
Yeah.
But the helicopter ride, buying you a person Rodeo Drive, we're probably not going to get pampered. Like, they're not going to bring out the bags. You'll probably actually have to look at them and walk around.
Yeah.
There probably won't be champagne or hors d'oeuvres, but all of that is possible. You know, the helicopter, buying a purse on Rodeo Drive. I already said the helicopter.
Yeah.
And the spa. We could do that.
Okay.
And then dinner somewhere, lunch
Okay.
somewhere.
So, my day for you. We get up.
Okay.
We go to Verve.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, we go to an escape room.
This is the perfect day.
Yeah.
Okay.
It will be fun. This will be a fun
This
day.
depends.
No, this will be a fun day, okay?
I don't really even care for escape rooms.
Really? You don't like escape rooms?
Well, remember the one you did?
Yeah, but that was kind of like,
That one sucked.
yeah, it was kind of bad. But I mean like a fun escape room.
Yeah.
That's like not that many clues in one room.
You want to know what I really want to do? You want to know?
Yeah, sure.
I want to do like that virtual reality where you're like you're in a room and you have a gun and like you fight zombies or something.
No, we're not
That's
doing
what I
that.
want to. Why? That would be so
No.
fun.
No, we're not doing that.
I've seen some like that. Can we please do that? I want to do
Fine, we'll do that instead of
the escape room.
the escape
okay,
room.
thank you.
We'll go do virtual reality.
But one of
thing.
those good ones where like you can
Yeah.
move around in a room.
You can choose whichever you want to do.
Okay.
And then after that, we're going to take... after that, we're going to take a helicopter.
Nice. Is it the same helicopter? I know a guy.
And he's going to fly us up to the Hollywood sign.
Okay.
And we have paid so we can go in and be by the Hollywood sign, just as a learn experience.
What do you mean, like
actually be?
Get out of the helicopter?
Yeah. Like
There's not a helicopter
he will
landing
drop
up
us
there.
like on the top, where the flag is behind the Hollywood sign.
Is there a helicopter pad up there? I don't know if there is.
We don't need one. He's good, right? You said he was good?
I don't know if he's that good. I found him on Yellow Pages. There was a discount.
They will rope drop us down from the helicopter.
I don't want to do that. Okay, keep going.
On top of the Hollywood sign. And we'll be there and just like touch the Hollywood sign. Because that would be cool.
Okay.
And then they will fly us back.
Hopefully we survive that first initial jump. Okay.
And then they'll fly us back.
If we don't die.
And so they rudely interrupted my day here with you.
Yeah.
So after we touched the Hollywood sign,
yeah,
we would fly to Universal Studios and do like a private tour of like famous sets.
Cool. I'm in.
And we're also gonna have some nice lunch there prepared by a chef. And after that, we're flying to a really nice spa.
Okay.
I don't
the
know.
Same helicopter guy?
Yeah, he's our private.
I don't know if we can afford that many helicopter flies.
We can.
Okay.
Because he's a good friend of yours.
Okay.
And at the spa, you're getting like a facial treatment. You're getting not just like a facial treatment, but you're getting like multiple treatments to your skin.
So there's multiple people there?
Yeah. Like you get red light therapy on your skin.
Okay. I was thinking about like ear rubs too. Maybe someone's massaging my ears. Like
sure.
Someone's doing this.
Whatever you want.
Someone's doing this. Someone's scratching my head. Someone's like.
So like you're getting that. One is fixing your head. One is fixing your face. One is
fixing
massage.
my head. Is there something wrong with me? Did I fall out of the helicopter at the Hollywood sign?
Someone is like giving you like massage on your head.
Yeah.
And one is giving you a facial treatment.
How many people we talking here? Like 5?
We're talking like 1, 2, 3, 4, like 6.
Okay.
So one person is on your head.
Okay.
One person is on your face. One person each on each your hand,
nice.
Giving you a hand massage.
Nice.
And then 2 people on each of your feet, giving you a foot rub.
That sounds awesome.
And like a foot treatment and like a little soak and a little massage and a little pampering.
Maybe.
I don't even know where the camera broke at this time, but before I was so rudely interrupted.
Okay. Back to my day.
Back to Andrew's day. Andrew's date. Universal Studios, private tour. Chef that cooks us a lunch. Go back, do the pampering massage. You have head, face, hands, feet, calves.
Okay.
Everything just pampered.
Okay.
After that, I have had a person that have come in and measured your measurements while you were sleeping.
Okay.
So you have a perfectly fitted, like a nice brand suit.
Okay.
You know?
This is the 3rd time I've heard this, so let's get it. Okay, before anything happens to the camera, what else? Why do I have a suit now?
So you have a suit.
Okay.
You're all nice. People have like, pampered your face. You're all like fresh and clean from the massage. And then we go and we have dinner at 71 and above.
Okay.
71 above.
Cool.
Where instead of just having like a 3-course menu, we have like a 6-course menu. Like the courses are a little bit smaller, but just so you can like try the best that the chef has to offer.
This is the same chef?
Yeah.
Cool.
No, not from Universal. No. This is the chef at 71 above.
Okay. Okay.
And we have like this whole section just closed off for us too. So we're all alone. And
Can we throw rocks at people from up there?
No rock throwing.
Okay.
And this is more like in the summer. So the sunset is a little bit later. It's not at 4 p.m. Like it is right now. But so we're watching like the sunset hit the mountains and then after that we're gonna go on the slide from the 70.
Did they open that?
I think it's always been open.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was stopped. Okay, that sounds cool.
But yeah, that will be my day for you.
Okay.
I felt like in my head it started realistic, but then it ended kind of
you went off the rails there. Okay, hold on.
Okay, Mr. Going to Radio Drive and have people pamper me.
This is a realistic one. Okay. Wake up, breakfast in bed.
Wake up in the morning.
Listen, you wake up, breakfast in bed. You get dressed. I take you to IKEA. And you get to buy whatever you want to.
I don't want that. I don't want that from IKEA.
You get to buy.
IKEA's like
listen,
my
you're
store.
not. Yes, yeah, but you still love it. Listen,
But you still love it.
we're trying to be realistic. I thought.
Okay.
Okay, so realistic in the sense of like you get to completely redo
Our apartment. But everything started from IKEA.
You get all new stuff.
Take me to West Elm instead.
For our apartment?
Yeah.
No, but that's better for when we finally have our house.
Okay.
And you get to decorate your house.
Okay.
I'm talking about like within the year, what could we do that's realistic to this? Like, because you can go to IKEA. Just go. God damn it.
We have the trash car. I was gonna say what is it called?
Trash man.
The trash man is outside hauling trash, and I'm sorry if you can hear that. We're trying to wrap up here.
This is a realistic day. Breakfast in bed,
Okay.
take you to IKEA. You can completely redecorate the apartment.
I like
anything you want to do.
I decorated it. So I like it. Okay, yeah, continue.
Okay, never mind.
No,
We're done.
continue.
We're done with perfect days.
No, continue. What happens after IKEA?
And then I'm gonna take you to virtual reality where we shoot zombies. Okay, and we're done with perfect days. Is there anything else we could touch base on relationships? I think we should not end it on what we just did. This is not a good ending.
I want to end it on something else.
Okay.
So keep the torch for like 2 minutes.
In relationships,
You're not keeping the torch very well.
relationships are relationships. When two people are in a relationship, it's important to keep the relationship good. Relationships are very relationable. I don't know. I think it's fun to not take things so seriously. Fun. I think it's important to not take things so
You think it's fun?
I think it's fun. No, it's important to not take yourself or things so seriously. Michelle and I joke around a lot. We give each other shit. Sometimes I give her a little bit too much and she gets mad at me. But I enjoy making people laugh, but I enjoy making I enjoy the most to get Michelle to laugh.
Yeah. I like when I make you laugh. It doesn't happen often, but
when it does, she really hits the nail on the head.
The head on the nail?
She really hits what did I say?
No, you said it right.
Oh. I was like, what?
Okay, I'm gonna do like
I don't like your questionnaires because they're just like you're just finding this. You did not read any of these ahead of time.
No, I just thought of it.
And it's just a bunch of like stupid questions.
I mean, I guess this is kind of fun.
We should get a cooling mattress.
What?
We should get a mattress that is like cooling, like it does.
No.
Yeah, because at nighttime
No.
I get so. You don't like me to cuddle with you because you said I'm too hot.
You are too hot. Spicy.
Yeah, but I like cuddling, and you always push me off you when I roll my.
Do you know how you were laying last night?
Nope.
You were laying like this. Which means that I had this much space for myself. And in that little space, I had Lucy laying on my head. And I had Ellie laying on my feet. And then you're like 115 degrees.
That's why we should get a cooling mattress.
I got us a new mattress last year.
I know, but it doesn't
like that
cool.
mattress.
Can we put ice in it?
No.
Okay, what are your questions?
Okay. If you could only describe me with 3 words, what would it be?
3 words.
Yeah.
Nurturing.
Mm-hmm.
Stylish.
Mm.
Bodacious.
That's not a word, but sure. I would describe you as kind and funny and handsome. Okay, next question.
Maybe because I just looked up bodacious and I thought it meant like beautiful.
What does it mean?
Beautiful. Well, it says like remarkable, admirable, excellent, or something.
I mean, I'll take it.
I meant it more like sexy, curvy, bootylicious.
Thank you, baby. Would you rather have a home on the beach or in the mountain?
God. I would have said, I don't know. Well, where's the mountain? Like, what part of the world?
I don't know.
Like Malibu?
Sure.
Because if it's like that type of mountain with ocean air flow coming to it, then I'm more inclined to that. But because then you have a view. But like,
Okay, mountain in LA, like Hollywood Hills.
Do we have a pool?
Beverly Hills. Yeah, sure.
then that.
Or beach in Sweden.
Beach in Sweden. For now, it's 2 completely different things. It's, I guess it would just.
I guess it would be both.
Yeah, both.
Sweden in the summer and.
Are you answering these 2?
I just did. I said both.
Oh, okay. Okay, then keep
I
going.
said it would be both. What is one thing that you love? Something that everyone else loves, but you find secretly overrated.
Everybody loves that I think is overrated.
Like if you say Wicked.
That's a good one.
No.
No, honestly, can I just say something about that?
Yeah.
I enjoyed the film. I thought the acting was great. The singing was great. I honestly enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah.
But everybody that told me about the film, they were like, oh my God, you're going to cry your eyes out. And listen to me. I love a good movie that you just can have a good cry to. I love it. I honestly will decide on movies. I'm like, can I cry from this? I really will choose movies for us at night depending on like if I can get a good cry out of it, you know? So I was excited. There's nothing better than being in a room full of people you don't know, watching the same thing and crying. One of my secret loves is like being on an airplane watching a sad movie and just sitting there around a bunch of people. They have no idea what you're watching and you're just crying and you're trying to like hide it. I love that. So I was very excited to have a public cry with a community of people I don't know watching Wicked, and it didn't happen. I kept asking Michelle, I was like, do you smell fire? Anyways.
This is the worst recording day we've ever had.
Hold on a second.
The camera has died like 17 times.
It really has. But that's...
The trash man was here. The cleaning lady was
Hold
here.
on. Let me derail this and without you derailing my derail, okay? So... yeah, I was really looking forward to crying from this movie, and I didn't. At all the points that I thought were supposed to be the sad points, like I just was like, I'm not feeling it. Like, yes, it was still like beautiful moments, but
They're not supposed to be sad points, though.
Joseph messaged me when we were about to head in, and he was like, "Oh man, I cried so hard at that movie. Like, get ready for that." I didn't feel sad. I don't.
I kind of blame the people that saw it before us, and like. They were talking it up, being like, oh my God, I cried so much, but not like fully explaining why they cried. Because when you hear that people are saying like, oh, I cried so much, like all the time, you're like, oh, there's going to be like a really sad part of this movie or like a very emotional, sad part that you're going to cry about. Mm-hmm. But what they don't say, what I found out, especially from my colleague at work, she was like, oh, I didn't cry because it was sad. I cried because it was beautiful. And I was like, well, that's a completely different thing, because you painted up like there was going to be this big sad moment. So I was like waiting for that to have like a big cry. And that didn't happen because there isn't like a big sad moment in that kind of way that you're expecting. So I blame the people that saw it before us.
Okay, well, that's not my answer on what's overrated.
But the music is
You want to know what I think is overrated? This is going to cause some...
Ooh, go for it.
Some violence. I don't really care for Taylor Swift.
Honestly, me too.
Listen, I think she's extremely talented.
Yeah.
Clearly, she has fucking billions of fans. People love her music. I can't think of any of her music right now because I can't think of one song.
I'll raise you one better. Timothée Chalamet.
You think he's...
I think he could become a really great actor.
Well, no,
but
he's a great actor. There's no doubt about that. But I think it's funny when people...
But people are painting him up as like this, like he's up here. Like he could become to be up here, but I think right now he's like here.
Well,
which is still above like good.
No, he's a great actor. There's no doubt about that.
Well, let me have my opinion.
No, but what I think is funny is when people... they talk about his acting and how deep he is and like I don't know, like whatever people say about him. But didn't he date like one of the Kardashians?
I think he still is dating Kylie.
Listen to me, I'm sorry, but I don't think you can be that deep if you're dating one of the Kardashians.
I mean, I think that's two different things, but
I don't know.
Same with like Zendaya.
I mean,
they're great. They're great actors, absolutely. But people are like, they're painting them.
Her and Tom Holland are cute, though.
Oh, they're really cute.
Yeah, I think they seem like good people. I think I don't know.
But I think like people are painting them up as being like her and Timothy, like I'm saying, like they're painting them up like they're up here, like they're the greatest actors of our time. And I'm just like, yeah, they're going to get there. They are, because they're getting these amazing opportunities to all these amazing movies. And they have, like, the world is their oyster, basically. But I think that they're being, like, praised a little bit too much of
I think I know. Hold
let
on.
me say something without you saying no. Okay. But my opinion, this is my opinion.
Okay.
That's what I think.
Can I piggyback on that?
Sure.
I think it's just kind of how our industry is as well, though. Like, yeah. I think they're talented. I think all the opportunities they're getting, they've worked for. But it's like, there's no rhyme or reason to like when somebody's number gets picked. You know? Yeah. It's just, it happens.
Yeah.
And then the industry sees that, oh, look we've been betting on these people now. Like, we're putting them in stuff, and then the stuff that they're in becomes successful, and it's all about money.
But that's what I'm saying. It's not about the industry. I'm talking about the people praising them, because they're being put in these movies and put into all these stuff because all the people are like, oh my God, our Lord and Saviors. Like, you know, Same with Taylor Swift. I mean, Taylor Swift is an amazing artist, I think, and she's very business minded and she's very talented. And I think people that are hating on her are stupid because, like, why would you hate on someone's success like that? But I don't see the hype of people being like, Swifties are going crazy. Anyways,
so
we're
many.
derailing so
I'm
much
not
right now.
done with this conversation. I'm not.
Okay,
done
but
with
this
it.
has nothing to do with the relationship.
I know, but just hold on a second, because first of all, it's all about money. Okay, if these people that are making these movies, these movies that have enormous budgets, good writing, good like production value, all this stuff, they're gonna give. These parts are going to be given to the actors that they know they could bet on. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They're just because they get an audition from some unknown actor that has never had a fucking $150 million movie under his belt, they're less likely to bet on that actor instead of like, oh, we know Timothée Chalamet has done all these successful franchises and all these successful indie films and all these things that have made the people their money back and more.
Yeah.
That's why these really good parts are given to these well-established actors.
I understand that.
There's just a purpose between it. That's why you see all these people. And then when you're saying they get this praise is like, oh wow, they're such amazing actors. It's because they get to do these really great movies that have good writing, and they're just there's a lot of money funding them, so the production value is there.
Yeah.
You're not gonna see like these like no-name people get put. I mean, you again, sometimes your ticket gets called and luck is on your side. I'm not saying it's out of the possibility, but
I mean, I think it all comes down to right place at the right time. And just a little bit of luck,
but
and
also money,
and a lot of hard work.
And I think money has a lot to do with it.
Yeah, because I'm not saying they're not good actors. They are.
If you get that,
otherwise they wouldn't be where they are.
The thing is like if you get that one big opportunity for one of those big films, if it does crash and burn, your chances of like getting another one of those opportunities is very slim. It's like you have to. I don't know. It's hard.
Okay,
but.
Can I go to the next one?
Yes.
Do you know about icks?
Yeah, I. What was the movie we just watched with that?
Nobody Wants This.
Oh yeah, that's the show. It's a really good show.
You keep asking me about that one.
I just
like at least once a day. You keep asking me what that was called.
I can't. It's not a catchy name. I'm sorry. It doesn't.
The question is, what gives you the ick? Do you have anything that gives you the ick?
When people are stingy, or when people are like greedy with things.
Yeah.
Food specifically.
Oh, don't look at me and do that face. No. I'm not greedy with food.
There's been when
I'm not greedy.
There's been times where you're like, no.
You're greedy with how much you take.
Yeah.
You want to fight about it?
It's not greed. It's called just being
greedy. You take too much.
Act like
you can be greedy in two different ways. You can be greedy by not giving, but you can also be greedy by taking too much.
What's mine is yours,
yes,
baby, and what's yours is mine.
But if it's 10 cookies and you take 8 of those, you're being greedy.
Yes, but what I'm saying is, listen, when you hide food, okay, and then it goes bad because you hid it. That makes me extremely upset. I don't like when you're trying to be conservative with things in our fridge.
I don't hide things. They were literally in the cookie can.
No, there was a thing. I found cookies tucked behind the back.
Yeah, because you ate all the other ones. That was a long time ago.
Yeah, and they went bad. I'm just saying.
They did not.
Listen, food is meant to be eaten, okay? Food is not meant to be saved for a special... No, when we have it in our fridge, we should eat it because guess what happens? It usually will go bad. And I don't like that. It's a waste. And I just don't... I don't like greedy people. That's my ick. My ick is that. Also, when someone's like rude to like servers or waiters.
Yeah, that's a big ick.
Yeah.
Like any person in the service industry.
Yeah. If you're, let's like say you're on a date with somebody and they're like they're just rude and demanding and like dismissive to the staff, like or the wait staff. I'm like, I have to go to the bathroom.
You're like, ugh.
I'm like, I have to go to the bathroom and then I fucking leave.
That's a big ick, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember I went to a birthday dinner one time with someone that I did like a short film with, and he had like a brother or something, and his brother was like extremely rude to the server. And it was just like, he was someone that like had money, I think, and I just was like, have you ever worked at a restaurant or anything? Like you're a piece of shit.
Yeah. I mean,
like,
usually the answer to that is going to be no.
No, I know. But it's just like, I don't know. I don't like people like that. What was your ick?
Honestly, like the service people.
Okay. How long is this? Have we been talking for... Oh, only an hour and 30 minutes. Okay, we're good. Keep going.
Yeah, it's probably going to be shorter than that, too.
Yeah.
I feel like we already talked about that. Ooh, what's your favorite year so far?
My favorite year of my life?
Yeah. Yeah, what's your favorite year?
I don't know. Probably our wedding year. Like Sweden.
2022?
Yeah. That was a fun year. Why are you looking at me like that?
Because that year was a fucking mess.
Our wedding was awesome.
Yeah, but our wedding was only one day out of 365.
I don't know. That made up for all of the craziness.
Did it really?
How was it a mess?
It started with January. Lucy went in to have that big surgery, and we almost lost her. Mm-hmm. That's just how it started. And then we had a big fight before the wedding, before we even went to Sweden.
About what? I
don't know. Something silly.
What were we fighting about? The animals, probably?
No, we were fighting about something else, and it was really that was one of our bigger fights. And then we went to Sweden. We got married, and then we came back home. And wait, no. Sorry. The year started with Oliver having epilepsy, and we almost lost him.
We didn't almost lose him.
He just
started having seizures.
It was not good.
Yeah, but
And then we came back from Sweden. We found Lucy, and then we had 6 months of just Lucy being an absolute nightmare.
I
you were
enjoyed the year. I had fun.
That was the best year.
It was. We got married. We found Lucy. We figured out Oliver had epilepsy, and now he's on medication, and he's fine. I thought it was a good year. What was your favorite year?
Next year?
2023?
No, 2025.
Oh.
No, I honestly, every year has had their ups and downs. Yeah, you're right. 2022 was a good year. I feel like this year had a lot of good parts, too. You know? I felt like it had good parts of growth for the both of us. Mm-hmm. I feel like we both grew a lot this year. And for that, I think it was a good year. It was a hard year. It was a very testy year. But I think it was a very big year for growth.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like every year that we've been together, it's like we've moved up a couple notches, you know?
Yeah.
We've been moving in the right direction.
Yeah. So that's good.
Yeah. There's never been a year where it just felt like we've been in still water, you know?
Yeah. But I'm excited for next year.
Me too.
What is your current obsession?
My current obsession. Probably my current obsession. It either has to be The Black Dagger Brotherhood series or Dates?
Dates? Oh. Well, that gave you a rough wake up call.
Yeah, I realize you can't have more than a couple of those in a day. But
Wow,
you want to know
that obsession really turned on you fast.
Yeah, I know they're delicious though. I had no idea. But I got put on those by Alex Cubis, who plays Rage, because we were at Joel's house for dinner one of the nights, and him and Micah brought over Dates, and he was like, "Oh, you cut it open and you put like a little bit of butter inside of it." And I feel like maybe I've had Dates in the past at some point. I don't know, but I can't remember really eating them until Alex brought them over, and now they're fucking so good.
I like, they're not gross. I like them. I just feel like they're very like, they're a mouthful.
I think they're
like,
so
you know,
good.
when you eat like white chocolate and you feel like it's like growing in your mouth the more you chew. That's how I feel about Dates.
They're so good. Yeah, but I can't eat them as much as I don't even. Yeah, I don't know. I ate a lot of them in a couple days.
Yeah, we'll buy more.
Anyways, what's your obsession?
Honestly, I think my current obsession is Defying Gravity for Wicked.
I just don't.
I love that song. That song is really good.
I don't know.
I know, like me walking out of, but I think that's what I'm saying. Like, I think Wicked was just like,
We were sitting in there.
I was prepared for something else, and I was a little bit still shocked afterwards seeing the movie, because I was like, that was not what I expected. But then now I've sit with it a little bit. I've looked more into like the whole Wicked lore, and I'm starting to like it a lot more. Like, I feel like I could
I don't think you
rewatch.
should watch a movie and leave the movie theater being like, and then
No,
you
I
have
thought
to do
it was
research,
good.
and then you're
No,
like,
I thought it was good, but I just like, there were so many more like Easter eggs that I found afterwards that made me appreciate the movie more. You know, like you look into all the like small stuff, like just the fact. Did you know that when the opening scene when they're running through the fields,
yeah,
they planted 9 million tulips for that scene.
and then they cut them all down afterwards.
Yeah, probably. But they planted all of those tulips to make that scene.
And then murdered them right
And
after.
it was like, what? Like a 2-second scene? Literally.
Yeah.
But I think they're using that because they already filmed part 2. You know that, right?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they already filmed part 2. They won't release it until next year. They're the same date as that they released this one.
I did enjoy the little where you saw Dorothy in the beginning when you saw him walking on the yellow brick road.
Yeah.
But the whole fucking movie is like, if this is supposed to be pre-Wizard of Oz, why doesn't the witch care about the animals anymore?
Yeah, I don't know that part.
It doesn't make sense to me. Anyways, okay. So that's your current obsession, Wicked.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question.
No, that's it.
That's all the questions?
Yeah.
I don't want to end it on this.
Well,
We're talking about relationships.
Then you come up with a question for relationships.
Okay, let's just each come up with a closing
Argument?
Yeah, closing argument for why
Okay.
the way we Yeah, let's do that. However,
No, come up with a closing argument of how you romanticize a long-term relationship. What are the most, like, the key points? My key points are,
No.
I'm going to wrap up this whole episode with, you need to keep dating your partner. That's very important. You need to have good communications and be able to say what you want and be able to listen to what your partner has to say as well. And I think that you need to, if you don't already know them, look into love languages of what your partner's love language is, and also find out what your love language is and act accordingly to them. That's my 3 key points from this. What are your key points?
I don't have key points.
Okay. What are your closing arguments?
Plan that you're going to have to keep falling in love with your partner over the course of your relationship, because you both are going to grow and change.
Yeah.
And I highly recommend, if you plan on having a relationship with somebody, try
What do you highly recommend?
I mean, I don't know how to say this other than this, but like, I think our secret is that like you're my best friend. So
Yeah.
I fell in love with my best friend, and I love hanging out with her, and I love doing new things with her. I love spending mass amounts of time with her.
Yeah.
Even when I'm mad at you, I like to know that you're in the other room. So I mean, like, if honestly, I don't know how it would work otherwise, you know? Because like I really don't. I don't know. Like, you're my best friend, so yeah. If you can do that, do that.
Can you say another one?
Me?
No. Can I say another one?
Yeah.
Make sure you keep like letting them know that you find them attractive.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think that's also very important too, so they feel like sexy, basically, for their partner.
Yeah.
Because that's also gonna contribute towards, I think, a good and healthy sex life.
Mm-hmm. Do you think I do that enough?
Yeah. I mean, you can always do more. I don't mind more.
I can do that.
But yeah, I think that's very important, because we haven't even talked about like the whole aspect of that in like dating and being romanticized your relationship, you know?
Are you talking about sex?
Yeah. Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that might be. Let's talk about sex. No, let's not. We're actually going to wrap it up here.
Should we go have sex?
No. No.
In the bathroom?
No. In the shower. That you can't,
little shower?
That you can't fit in.
All right.
All right, guys. We're halfway through December, and we have some exciting episodes coming out later this month. But until then, happy 2nd of Advent.
Mm-hmm.
And have an amazing week.
Thank you guys so much for joining us. We'll see you next Wednesday.
Yes. Don't forget to follow or subscribe or whatever it's called. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Things are happening to me live.